got a big one tonight in Minneapolis at the Target, and we got all kinds of reaction going into this puppy.
We do have all kinds of reaction for it. Really fast, I wanted to tell you, the A's were about to close out the Rays in the bottom of the ninth. The problem is they gave up a solo homer to Jose Siri, and that game is now tied at 4s going to the 10th between Oakland and Tampa. The Brewers had taken a 4-3 lead over the Cubbies. The problem for them, Scotty, they just gave up a homer to Christopher Morel. 4-4 again, tied Cubbies and Brewers in Milwaukee in the 8th inning. So a couple tight ones this afternoon. They're about to start in about a half hour, that Astro-Mariner game. You are right, as you and Gabe were just discussing, we have a Game 5 tonight in Minneapolis as the Mavericks were up 3-0. They lose Game 4 at home. Minnesota stays alive, and they will try to extend this series even further back to Dallas for a Game 6. Why don't we start with Maverick head coach Jason Kidd? Believe it or not, Scotty, somebody asked him, this is the first game they've lost in the series, if he needed to do anything different to kind of clear the players' minds. He didn't really understand what they were talking about, but he says, no, the focus is we got to beat Minnesota here in Game 5 and move on to the finals. Here he is.
This isn't time to go for a bike ride or go to the park or the zoo. We got to figure out how to slow these guys down. We got a responsibility, we got a job to do, and that's, to find a way to win in Minnesota. We can do that after the season, take our mind off of basketball. Right now, this is a great opportunity for us as a young team to go through this. There's no reason to figure out or think about something else. This is how do we get better? What mistakes did we make? This is a new group going against one of the best teams in the league. So I don't think we're going to have time to do something different right now.
So Gary Franchise just hit a 2-run shot for the Brew Crew in Milwaukee. Sanchez to deep center field, a bomb, and it's 6-4 Brewers. So anyway, I thought that was a great line. We don't have time to go to the park or to the zoo.
Like, what do you think they're going to do? Like, great. I mean, honestly, there's 3 teams left. They're 1 win away from the NBA final. Well, what do you think they're going to do? I thought that was perfect for the kid, right? Although I did hear they have a nice zoo in Minneapolis. If any of the guys did want to go do that after shoot around today,
listen, bro,
there's a nice zoo there.
Zoos, okay? Honestly, I didn't even go. I've been to the San Diego Zoo when I was a little kid, and it's like the greatest zoo in America, right? Everybody knows they have the greatest zoo. And here's me. I've been to San Diego 5,000 times, and I wouldn't go to that zoo if you paid me. I went to SeaWorld, and it was the worst experience of my life. I smelled fish for a week. Honestly, dead fish for a week I smelled. They're throwing these whales, fish, and they're doing flips and splashing me, and I got no time to smell like fish.
You don't need any of that. Nobody wants any part of that, that's for sure. Here is next Timberwolves head coach Chris Finch. He loves to fight in his team, getting this thing back to Minneapolis. And something that we see coaches do now, I guess, Scotty, in every playoff series in the NBA, he makes sure at the end of this clip to add in that little, we want some calls next game because you didn't give us any calls in the last game. Here we go.
Yeah, I think we've been a resilient team all year. I think, we didn't lose. We never lost 3 in a row until we got to the playoffs. So we never lost 4 in a row. Guys, respond. It's a fun team to coach because they believe that they can always win no matter what. So.
Was it consistency of calls out there? Is that what was bothering you? How did you see the game?
Yeah, I thought it was a little inconsistent for sure. For sure.
Yeah, as you won the game. So here's the deal. Here's how I see this. In all honesty, this is helping the Boston Celtics more than anyone else. The more games that the Mavericks have to play, the more of a disadvantage they're going to be at against the deepest team in the league and the healthiest team in the league. I don't believe that, one game I'm okay with, that they're going to be fine. If they win tonight, they're going to be fine and everything will even out. They lose tonight and have to go back to Dallas for a stressful Game 6 which people will start saying, are you going to blow this? And that's going to be the talk of the town is, are they going to choke and lose game 6 at home and go back to Minneapolis for a game 7? They have to win tonight. If they lose 2 games to the T-Wolves, I guarantee you that the Boston Celtics annihilate them in the final because they're already 3 or 4 days ahead of them in rest, and they're getting Porzingis back, and they're already the best team in the league. They are. You can look at the Celtics' performance and the Mavericks' performance throughout the season. They're just a better, deeper team, and you're giving them that much rest. If they lose again, the Celtics will win the final as sure as I'm sitting here. If they win tonight, you still got the best backcourt final we've seen since, I guess, Boston and the Lakers several times. But for me, Luka and Kyrie against Brown and Tatum is the most delicious final in terms of, talent in backcourt that I've seen in forever, in 25 years. And I'm telling you, if they lose tonight, they're going to lose the final. Because if they win this series, no team's ever lost a 3-0 lead ever. It's not happening. I still don't believe Dallas is losing this series. And you know why? Because they have Luka Doncic. And I'm not even mentioning Kyrie Irving because Luka Doncic is the one that's taking over games.
I'm with you. I think tonight is very key. Despite them having a 3-1 lead, they win tonight, it's a full week. They don't start until next Thursday night. That's 7 days, and all we've heard about for weeks is how Luka drags himself around, and he's got all these ailments, and he's got all these things going on. You start getting into now playing Saturday, and then potentially playing Monday, and potentially I think you're making it just drags on for so long if you don't get this thing over with. And then the questions start. Well, it's 3-2 now. What happens if it's 3-3? What happens if it gets this? So I'm with you. Get it over with tonight if you can actually go and get that done. The numbers for tonight, Scotty, as of right now, you guys were mentioning it before, at this very second, 4.5 for the Timberwolves with a 209.5 total.
I don't know anything. I do know that I got them at 5 at minus $1.15. That's what I bet it at this morning. It's on them. It's not on me for them to get this done tonight. But they'll rue the day if they lose. They'll rue the day that they had to play 6 games with Minnesota when they were up 3-0. When you're up 3-0, you got to ice it. And they didn't. And now tonight they need to ice it. Otherwise, they're going to have ice bags on their knees when they play Boston because Boston will run them out of the building. They'll run them out of the building. Boston will be sitting on about 10 days rest. And people say, they've lost their swerve. This isn't hockey. I don't believe in hockey. You can, you stay playing or you lose your swerve. You get rusty. In golf, you don't play golf, you will not play golf well. If you don't play basketball, I still believe rest is good for basketball pros that are playing in these series. The Celtics have a major advantage. They played 4 games that were easy. I don't care what anybody says. I'm done listening to the rhetoric about the Pacers gave them a tough series. My ass. They got worked in every single fourth quarter. They got worked, and they slept with their wives. I mean, it was like, unbelievable watching them melt down, turn the ball over, not hit a shot, and lose every game in the fourth quarter. It was unbelievable. Total domination. That was a horrible Eastern Conference final. Anyone that says otherwise is imagining things.